Former Counting On cast member Jinger Duggar talked about the circumstances surrounding her husband Jeremy Vuolo's insane breakdown after he was recently injured in an accident. On the Jeremy and Jinger podcast's October 8th edition, the married couple talked about Jeremy's fractured hand and subsequent fall while carrying their baby daughter. Finnegan is 6 months old, Felicity is 6 years old, and Evangeline is 4 years old. In 2016, Jinger and Jeremy were married. The TLC show 19 Kids and Counting featured Jinger Duggar, her parents Michelle and Jim Bob, and her 18 siblings. The episode Counting On followed their romance, engagement, and wedding. The other week, we talked about how I slipped down some wet tiled stairs while holding Felicity in what I thought could have been broken. It's been confirmed, Jeremy stated in the podcast. The fourth metacarpal is absent from my left hand. We were at a fairgrounds when it happened. Jinger continued later in their conversation to explain Jeremy's accident. It was one of those mishaps where you covered her head. And I think you landed very oddly because you placed your left hand down while she was in your right arm. And when you landed, you did it flawlessly. But you left her head alone, she added. That's what matters in the end. At another point in the presentation, Jeremy said, "This was really funny," as he showed an X-ray of his hand on his phone. Jinger interrupted, saying, "It's crazy." Jeremy then recalled being confused at the hospital since Jinger had made an appointment for him to see a family physician to get a referral to a hand specialist. Nevertheless, he had expected to confer with a specialist in hands. Jeremy was confused when the general practitioner started using a medical textbook to explain what she thought was wrong with his hand. "I'm still not convinced." He remembers seeing a hand specialist who, using an X-ray, was unable to identify his ailment. "I am absolutely astounded." Jeremy finally scheduled a visit with a hand expert, and he will now need to wear a cast for the next 6 weeks. His shattered bone had never before necessitated a cast. Jeremy stated, "I had mobility, and it didn't hurt," suggesting that he was not aware that he had broken his hand for about 7 days. "I mean, I wasn't writing all day." "Yeah, that knuckle disappeared," Jeremy said as Jinger remarked. He didn't have a knuckle on his hand. "It's fractured pretty bad," the man went on. "Oh, is it a hairline fracture?" I made a joke with the X-ray tech. No," he replies. Jeremy Vuolo, the husband of Jinger Duggar, recently revealed a troubling occurrence that shocked followers. The spouse of reality TV personality Jinger Duggar, a member of the well-known Duggar family, and a former professional soccer player, suffered a catastrophic injury in an accident. Many people are still in shock by the news, and Jeremy himself called the event insane due to its extreme intensity. The event, Jeremy Vuolo's family, admirers, and following were extremely alarmed by his abrupt and unanticipated fall. He described the experience as terrifying, occurring in a flash, and leaving him in a state of shock. Even though the details of the fall are still somewhat unknown, Jeremy posted about it on social media to inform his followers of the severity of his injuries and to give them an idea of how it affected his day-to-day activities. Jeremy posted on Instagram, "I never thought I would be in a situation like this. The speed at which everything happened was crazy. I'm still in shock, and I simply wasn't ready for how much it would hurt." Many of Jeremy's admirers expressed their worry and offered prayers for his recovery as the post swiftly went viral. In the hopes that he would recover quickly, his fans showered the comments with well wishes. What took place? The collapse of Jeremy Vuolo happened in an apparently routine circumstance that rapidly got out of hand. Although Jeremy has been largely silent about the accident's specifics, he did disclose that it occurred at home. He said the pain he felt was unbearable and something he hadn't really expected. His description of the occurrence gave the impression that it had happened unexpectedly, taking him entirely by surprise. Although the extent of Jeremy's fall-related injury is still being evaluated, it is thought to be serious enough to cause him a great deal of discomfort. In spite of this, he remains upbeat and committed to his recovery, telling his supporters that he is receiving the right medical care. In addition to expressing their sympathies, Jeremy's supporters were ready to share their own personal injury stories. Some emphasized the importance of being alert and safe in all facets of life, particularly at home or in circumstances where one may not give the risks much thought, and underlined how accidents like this might occur in the blink of an eye. The assistance of the Duggar family. It should come as no surprise that Jeremy's devoted wife, Jinger Duggar, has supported him through this trying period. Known for their steadfast adherence to Christian principles, the Duggar family has always been there for one another, particularly in trying times. As Jeremy heals, Jinger, who is frequently regarded as a loving and supportive girlfriend, has been providing him with both physical and emotional care. Her followers also sent Jinger messages expressing their support for Jeremy's recuperation. Although Jinger has not yet released an official comment regarding her husband's injury, it is evident from her social media activity that she is committed to helping her spouse through this trying time. Jinger's commitment to her family is clear in all that she does. She continues to play a crucial role in the Vuolo family, making sure that the practical and emotional facets of family life are constantly balanced, whether it is through raising their kids or spending quality time with Jeremy. Jinger has previously posted images of Jeremy, their two girls, and their time together, as well as other private moments with her family. They obviously prioritize their family, and Jeremy's injury only serves to strengthen their relationship as a marriage and as parents. The effect on their family life. After stepping away from the spotlight, Jinger and Jeremy Vuolo, who are most known for their appearances on the reality show Counting On, have mostly adopted a more subdued lifestyle. They moved to Los Angeles and now reside there with their two kids, Evangeline and Felicity. Away from the frenzy of media that surrounds the Duggar family for years, Jinger's transition to a more quiet and private lifestyle has allowed them to raise their kids in a normal way. However, the public's interest in their lives has increased once more as a result of this recent occurrence. The Vuolos in particular, as well as other Duggar family fans, have been eagerly awaiting Jeremy's health update. Those who have followed Jinger and Jeremy's relationship path are hopeful that he will heal quickly and get back to his normal self as soon as possible. It appears that Jeremy's disability has interfered with his daily routines, forcing him to do things more slowly than usual. He probably gains a fresh perspective on what really matters, family and health, from this time away from his typical routine as a husband and father. Plans for the future of the Vuolos. The Vuolos are renowned for their tenacity and resolve in spite of the setback. Following their marriage, Jinger and Jeremy's parenting, travels, and outlook on life garnered media attention. They have consistently shown their devotion to one another and their beliefs, and it is evident that Jeremy's current physical condition hasn't altered their perspective on life. It is anticipated that they will conquer this challenge with the same tenacity they have displayed in the past. The injury is probably only going to make the pair closer as they continue to prioritize their faith and family. Jeremy has already stated that his family comes first, and despite the short-term difficulties his accident has caused, he will probably recover stronger than before. Fans are interested in knowing whether Jeremy and Jinger will continue their social media activities or take a break while he recovers. Jinger has been vocal about her experiences as a mother, and Jeremy has taken part in a number of projects, whether they are religious or have to do with his athletic background. It's evident that Jeremy and Jinger Vuolo's family is resilient throughout trying times like this one, regardless of what occurs next. In conclusion, while fans were stunned to learn of Jeremy Vuolo's accident and subsequent injury, it also served as a reminder of how fleeting life can be. Everything can change in a heartbeat. Therefore, it's critical to cherish the little, commonplace moments that we frequently take for granted. The outpouring of support from Jeremy's family, fans, and followers demonstrates how much he means to those around him. Even if his fall was an abrupt and unanticipated event, Jeremy's story serves as a reminder to use caution and safety in our day-to-day activities while he heals. Above all, it emphasizes the strength of solidarity, religion, and family in trying circumstances. Although Jeremy's road to recovery will probably be difficult, there is little question that he will endure this insane tragedy and come out stronger with his devoted wife Jinger at his side and a supportive fan base.